I can hear myself. Let's farm some SV and MT. Yeah. Tooth is feeling better today. Don't have dry socket. Well, I say my tooth is feeling better. What I mean to say is the hole in my head where my tooth used to be is feeling better. So we're happy about that. Now, we're currently sitting at, after 8 hours of MT-SV comparisons, we're currently sitting at an average of 320 gold per hour for MT, for Manitombs, and 381 gold per hour for Steamvaults. And we're sitting 3 out of 5 sub gold. We had 18 subs at the peak, but then I had to stop streaming and travel a couple of months ago. So now we're kicking it back off again. We got Samwise online. Love to see that. Love to see that. Let's do a double check now and see. I've got all, okay, I've got the cons I need. Sure. Let's switch into our SV set and get in there for another 5 runs. For those of you who haven't seen my SV farming guide video, the best way to get to SV is to jump into the spire here, all the way up in between these 2 peaks. Aim for one of these spikes here. I can't remember exactly which one. It's a little bit of guesswork, but if you get it just right, let's try that. You put on auto run, and now we're going to fly, and we're going to fly straight into the spire above Coilfang Reservoir. And the base absolute god tier 100 parse for this auto run is when you get to the spire and you fly in the middle and you look down, there's 2 metal bars that come out either side of the construct and then stop, and there's a gap in the middle. And if you get it, nail it just right, you get the bullseye and you fly just over that gap and you can demount and drop straight into the middle. Now, that's a mini game. It's not, doesn't really matter, but I like it. It's fun. Let me see. Let me see. We're using swim speed potions now instead of water walking because they're way cheaper. 50 silver each. And they've been working out okay. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking really good. We might be a little bit to the left. I think we're just a little bit to the left. But if we're not, we might nail a bullseye here. I've only gotten it twice before in 1,000 runs. So it's pretty hard to do. Like auto flying from Shat. But we're going to be, even if we don't get it, we're going to be pretty damn close. We're rocking our dark leather gloves, 9 vulnerability belt, rocket boots extreme, and we did have 2 different dodge trinkets, but we don't actually need them because we have so much agi. Oh my god, are we hitting the bullseye here? Oh! I forgot to stop playing. We hit the bullseye. That was, this is going to be good. This is going to be a good run. All right, sweet. Very good. We made a breakthrough last night. We discovered that our gear is good enough now that in SV, we can get any chest that's guarded by 3 mobs by sapping 1, bursting down the other 2, and then killing the 3rd one, which is really nice. Chest 1 is a 3 mob chest. Chest 3 is a 3 mob chest. Chest 5, maybe sometimes a 3 mob spawn. I can't remember. It's definitely 4, but sometimes it might be 3. And of course, chest 8 is 3. So half the chests in the dungeon we can now get with combat, so we don't have to use any of our NG shenanigans, which is nice. Which means if we get a failure on one of the lock chests, we can just use whatever NG we're going to use for the combat chests on that one and fold that in, just make things a little bit cleaner. All right, let's go. Straight in. We're still getting these insanely long load times, which is crazy. Oh, but that's all good. We're rocking our Sanlin soda water on these incredibly hot nights. All right, let's make some money. So, what's our ping looking like? 180, reasonable. Have we got a left chest? We do not. We got a right chest? We do not. All right. We don't have a Boglord vein, which is nice, so we're going to get four veins in this reset. I mean, I get the Boglord vein sometimes, you know, but sometimes I just can't be arsed. We're going to hit a distract here. We didn't get any resists, which is nice. Should be plenty of time to get this, even if it's a 4 tap. And it's a 2. Up for the Addy. And where's our chest? Oh, it's over here. Okay, good. That's a 3-pack. So we're going to do this one in combat. So let's switch into our full combat spec here. Combat gear and spec. And what we're going to do is, it's not, it's a 4-pack. I forgot that there was one that patrols there. That's annoying. I mean, another way to do it would be to just sap 1, burst 2 down with evasion, then vanish, come back at the end for the other 2 for combat. But, you know, then you're in a situation where it's probably not going to be any quicker than doing it. There we go. Okay, nice. It's not locked, so that's an NG pull straight away. 20 seconds to go, which is good because we're going to need about that for these guys to be in the right position to pull. Be lovely to start off with a living ruby or a noble topaz, or even a blue would be nice. A large prismatic shard, it's 20 gold. Scroll of Agi 5, scroll of strength 5. Any of those are going to be nice. Okay, I'm gonna pull now. Nice, no resists on the distract. You want to pop your macro before the first guy comes around. And I love shadow step into these guys, actually. Create the distance and then... Oh! That's annoying. Will we get it in time? Lovely, lovely, lovely. Even with a semi-scuffed pull. I always got to keep an eye out on these guys as well. Alright, so... a little bit of a nail biter. Yo, 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 Samwise, my man. How you doing, brother? How are you doing? I just saw you come online there. You probably weren't on stream when I saw that. I said, my man Samwise is on, which is always good to see. How you getting on? How's the pally doing? Are you still farming much with the rogue? Have you got any other alts going at the moment? Inquiring rogues want to know. I was on during my lunch break there to buy Red Belt of Battle. Oh, very nice. Very nice. We're going to use our gnomish cloaking device here. I'm just going to clean it up. See, the speed on that gun is so slow. Swag. Look at that. That's why you got to be careful with those casters. They will tag you if you're too far out. Belt of 100 deaths dropped in our guild, but it was given to a feral tank. Ooh. Ooh. Salty, salty wounds. Gonna hit our swim speed pot now. Yeah, I'd be salty too. So now I won't see another one. Yeah. And no, I haven't been farming at all. Invested all the gold I made at farming and 3x'd it. So you're sitting comfy. That's it. That's it. Don't do it if you don't have to unless you love it, you know? Yeah, you're the haste pot master. You are the haste pot master. I'm currently, well, the hope is to 1.5 or maybe even 2x it. I'll just keep farming and buying haste pots. So we're going to try and do the jump through. I think we'll make it. Yeah, we didn't pull them, so that's nice. We have our blind up, so we're going to use that. We don't have to worry about missing our gouges when we're in this set. Ah, see, here they are. But we can vanish now, right? Oh. Oh, I got netted. Let's get out of here and let's cloak. And we should be able to jump across. Oh, no. Maybe we can shadow step up to one of them. Ah, we missed it. Ah, that's so annoying. Okay, we'll go and get the mines and the moats. Learning curves. It's helpful to have a potion master for the procs. Yeah. Yeah. True, 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 true. I mean, a couple of the guys in my guild did offer to, you know, they're like, just, you know, send over the mats and I'll make them for you. But at the rate that I farm and the amount of mats that I send, it'd be like a part-time job for them, you know? Like every day they just have, like, they'd be wasting 15 minutes making potions, you know, taking them out of the mailbox, figuring out what mats are theirs, what mats are mine, making them, sending them back. It's too much to ask of people, I think. We're at industrial scales now with this shit, so it's the way that it goes. Okay, so update on the swim speed pot. When we swim speed pot like that, we often get mobs coming back around here, but we don't mind that so much because we can vanish those mobs. Oh, I was in stealth. We can vanish those mobs. And they'll run back to their positions, but they're not the mobs we're worried about, because the ones that we're worried about are the ones that are on the chest we're trying to get, and they're way down the line on the route. So that's okay. You have plenty of time to vanish and then stealth and come out of stealth again and run across and get your chest with the swim speed pot, and it's way cheaper. So that's nice. But I kind of choked when they came around there. I had my Gnomish trinket ready pre-pull, and I made a note of it, but then when they were on me, I was like, oh, shit, and I choked it. So I used my prep and vanished, but as you saw, they were right on top of me and they re-netted me. And in that circumstance, you can either, well, you can't free action once you're netted, but if you're spec'd into combat, improve sprint, which I am, you can sprint, which I did. That breaks the net, and then you can get away from them, create distance, and then re-vanish or device, which is what we did. So we managed to stay alive. That's the main thing. And what have we got over here? Lovely Addy. We'll take it. We logged off stream last night. It was about 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. or something like that. We took a melatonin tablet because the heat's insane. Fell asleep. Woke up at 3:30, covered in mosquitoes. Couldn't get back to sleep again. Sweating, sliding around on a greasy lump of a pillow. Got up, walking around the Kung Fu Academy for 2 hours out in the moonlight because it's the only place where there's a bit of a breeze. Checking the weather in China historically over the last 10 years in this region, in these months, and found out that we are indeed actually in something of an anomaly over here at the minute. The heat wave is absolutely insane. 29, 30 degrees at night, at midnight at 2 a.m. It's 35 degrees during the day. The reason why it's so hot at night is because it's so humid over here. So it's just all trapped under that blanket of humidity, so the heat doesn't dissipate during the night. It's absolutely insane. So historically, at this time in July and August, in China, you get 25 degrees at night, which is fine. It's more than manageable. more than sleepable. But 30 on the second floor as well. That's the outdoor temperature. So on the second floor, it's like 33-ish. You know, anything under 30 and you can kind of sleep. But once you get up there in those ranges, it's really tough. So finally fell asleep at 5 a.m. Got a knock on the door from one of the administrators of the school. Looked at my phone. It was 9:30. Training starts at 8:30. He's like, "Why aren't you training?" I was like, "Bro, I can't sleep. I got my tooth pulled out yesterday. I pulled a ligament from the back of my knee a couple of months ago, and that needs to rest." I was like, I'm here for 6 months, brother. I'm not going to break myself in the first week because I'm exhausted and my body needs time to rest and recover for various things. So I said, if I'm not at training this week, you'll know that's the reason why. And when it cools down next week, I'll be fully into it. But I'm just going to take my sweet time with it this week. If I get to training, I get to training. If I don't, I don't. And he's like, all right, fair enough. And that, as they say, is that. I don't think we even need to pull these because they'll social with these guys anyway. There we go. Fuck that, yeah. Yeah, it's full on. I couldn't hack it. Yeah, it's I don't mind, like, training in it isn't too bad because you're just focused on the training. You're just dripping sweat all the time. It's just, even when we're doing like Qigong energy training, which is a form of meditation, when we're doing that, everyone's in the hall. It's complete silence. There's 50 people just in these poses. And everyone's just dripping sweat. Like, the sweat's just dripping off you in the training hall. So it's pretty intense. But, you know, everybody says the same thing. I don't mind that so much because I'm training and my focus is on the training. So even though it's super hot, it doesn't matter. But when you're just like lying in bed with your eyes closed, exhausted from a day of training like that, and you're trying to sleep and you can't because it's so hot. Oh, it's next level. And 280 II or L. Hi, thanks for your videos. You've inspired me to play Rogue. Love to hear that, brother. Love to hear that. Thank you very much. That's inspiring to me that I was inspiring to you. Let's jump through here. We did get hit. Let's hit our thing then. Do I have my boots on? Yeah, let's just boots out here. Fuck that. Like, I'm not out here just to get clobbered and die. You're very welcome. I was working on the Manitombs video today. It's almost finished. We got a night's eye. First lockout of the day, and we got a night's eye. That's very nice. Super, super happy with that. They're at 30 gold now. It's not crazy, but it's still really, really good. And some Frozen Wrath bracers. Oh, the Frozen Wrath. Frozen Wrath greens. The memories of classic. Frozen Wrath greens being best for mages going into Molten Core. Ah, stop. Good times, good times. So yeah, Manitombs video is coming. It'll be released. I was tight. It'll be released before the weekend. So super happy to get that one off the books. It's been sitting there for a while. And yeah. And I'll probably work on, I'll definitely work on the all classes BIS phase 2 to phase 3 BIS list and sim guide and set swap guide. So how you can swap between pieces in phase 2 without losing DPS because you break sets and you lose the bonuses. That's a really, really big deal for your DPS. If you get an item, let's say you get a pair of gloves or a pair of trousers or something, and they're your BIS. If you don't know, the shenanigans, you might equip them thinking you're gaining DPS, but you'll actually lose a massive chunk because you've broken your set and you've lost a bonus. So you've got to swap them out the right way. Let's get a quick reset and go again. So a little bit of little tidbit of information from the latest leak. I mean, Classic Plus leaks are Classic Plus leaks. Everybody is so hyped. The cope is insane. We're like junkies for Classic Plus. Any little scrap of anything, and we're foaming at the mouth. But Nagaz is a playable race, possibly. Chris Metzen's favorite race, apparently, according to Kern, I think. Okay, so we've got this chest here. Now, we're going to combat this one. This is kind of exciting because we just learned how to do this yesterday. I was so tilted because this one often gives us a bug. So I'm actually going to distract these guys here to buy us a little bit more time. And I want to sap her. And then we're going to do this. And we're in the wrong spec because I'm retarded. So we're going to die. And yeah, welcome to the Rogue's Diary, where you get to learn all of the pro maneuvers, like forgetting to swap your spec before you go into combat, and wiping on dungeons that you've done literally over 1,000 times. It's a good time to be alive, you know. It's a good time to be alive. Woo! Highlander 795 just followed. There can only be one. Yes, MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod, the Highlander. Thank you for the follow, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, we're dying. We're dying. 1,000 times isn't enough to learn, apparently, if you're this guy. Where did you come up with the nickname Petrovich? In Russian, it's a well-known meme surname. It is my surname. It is my surname, although without the H on the end of it. I have a Yugoslavian grandfather, and it's my birthright and my namesake. Even though I'm from Ireland and I live in China. It's a nice little smorgasbord of geopolitical tensions. You know, all encapsulated in one bald bastard who brings you the worst rogue content on the internet right now. Welcome back. You know, just welcome. Still missing the sticky note and the mirror. Bro, what is this? Come on, you hit me with it last night and I was like, I didn't get it then and I don't get it now. What's the sticky note in the mirror? Tell me. Tell me. Like, just, is that like a meme? Like a reminder meme? Like, I should put it up. Yeah. Is that because I said I should get swap spec tattooed backwards on my forehead so that when I look at it in the mirror, I'll be able to read it and then actually swap my spec. You said it 2 days ago, you're going to sticky note to your head. No, I was going to get a tattoo. Yeah. And write it backwards. Swap spec. See, learning curves. It's not really a learning curve. It's a learning wall that I just keep smashing into and can't seem to get past it. That's all right. That's all right, you know. I don't know what that creature is. Saw a praying mantis on a leaf today, which was pretty cool. You know, outside the smoking area, which was pretty uncool. But, you know, praying mantis is fairly cool, especially for us Europeans. We don't get those kinds of creatures over there, and it's obviously synonymous with the Kung Fu shenanigans, which is pretty cool. All right, we spec swapped. My forehead will remain inkless today. And we're in the right spec. Okay, very good, very good. Now we just need poisons. Always instant. Always instant, so we don't break our blind or gouge when we're bandaging. And let's do that. Because we need to eat a little something. Yeah, so basically we're going to sneak in, sap her, burst these two guys down. We're going to distract these guys around here to buy us more time for the combat. They come up here. By the time they come back down, we won't have... Oh, yeah. We don't need our vanish. We're going to combat it, but ah shit, we didn't get her. Ah, for fuck's sake. Pretty sure I sapped her, but it didn't happen. Tattoo also works. Yes, it does. Will this farm be relevant in the third phase? Yes. Or will you go explore something new? The only thing that we can really explore is are the new raids to see if there's anything we can do in there. And the very impressive, legendary Magister's Terrace dungeon, which I'm super pumped about. I love that dungeon. It's a very, very beloved dungeon. It's got a great design. It's got insane loot in the heroic version. The second last boss drops a trinket, and there's one for tank, one for healer, one for physical DPS, one for caster DPS, and they're all excellent. They may not be your BIS, but if they're not BIS, they're damn close, and you can get it from a heroic dungeon, so that's really nice. You can also get a mount from the last guy, from the last boss. He does a mechanic like Kael'thas where he throws people up in the air in the last fight, and he's a blood elf as well. So maybe it is Kael'thas. Can't remember. But look, this SV and MT are the best gold farms in the game for rogues, and maybe for any solo player. I'm not sure. They're still putting out, as you can see there on the this is our average, 320 for MT, and SV is 381 at the moment. That 381 will probably go down a little bit because we got kind of lucky with some double gems and such yesterday. But yeah, the reason why it will stay BIS is because what we're getting out of here, the bulk of the money we make out of this place, let's have a little look-see, is from adamantite ore, from disenchanting materials, from the greens and blues in chests. It's from Scroll of Agility 5, Scroll of Strength 5, from Fell Iron, Motes of Earth, Motes of Water, Motes of Fire, which turn into primals. And all of those things that I just mentioned are always in high demand and continue to increase in price throughout the expansion. End game materials for professions always steadily increase in price. There'll be peaks and troughs, but they just always steadily go up throughout expansions, whether it's classic, TBC, Wrath. It's just the way the economies work. So yes, this farm is BIS all the way through TBC. All the way through. Looking forward to your videos in the new phase. Don't drop it. You've got fans out here. Me. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. That means, honestly, it means the world to me. When we were at the peak of the start of our streaming a few months ago, I had 18 Twitch Prime subscribers. And of course, I didn't stream because I was traveling around for 2 months and I couldn't make any content. So loads of those guys dropped off, except for the beloved Samwise Gamgee and Inflames, you legends. So we're back at baseline and we're just going to start working our way up. And this is it. I'm here now. I'm in this school for 6 months and I'm going to go to a different school in 6 months. I'm in China for a year. This is it. Full bore. Everything I have is going into streaming and training. That's it. And we're going to get there, boys. We are going to get there. Super pumped. I'm doing some theory crafting at the moment. And the plan with that is to get to possibly get... Okay, so the dream would be possibly world first rogue. But if not world first rogue, server first rogue. Or server first 70. So I've been doing some theory crafting about that. And I'm super, super hyped. So we're going to keep... I mean, that's a little while away, so we've got time to put into that. Do we have any scrolls of stamina? We do. Let's get a scroll of stamina in there. Also really pumped for the Wrath pre-patch and what we can do in that. There's going to be a load of really fun things there. So I think I'm actually going to distract him. Oh, by Christ. What is wrong with me? In the wrong spec again. Prep. Well, the benefit is we've got 4 combo points on him now, which is pretty sweet. Ah, they dropped off when you spec swap, right? Right. I can clearly see that you are genuinely a great guy. I will keep following your content and see where you are. You deserve it from a Balkan to another guy with Balkan heritage. You got this, my bro. Much love. Highlander, you fucking legend. I fucking love that. I love that so much. Mate, you bring a smile to my face. You bring a tear to my eye. You're a legend. Ah, mate. Mate. You just lifted me. You just lifted me. Ah, good man. Love that. Whereabouts in the Balkans? Whereabouts in the Balkans are you hailing from? You're from Serbia. Class. Yeah. My grandfather left Serbia because there was all sorts of crazy shit going on down there. This was around in the Second World War. They left, moved out of Serbia. He got disconnected from all of his family members. They didn't have any phones. He was from a poor farming village. He got disconnected from all of his family. Let me sap this. He went down to Italy. He got asylum. Ah, for fuck's sake. Now we're going to vanish. Yeah, we didn't sap her again because the guy knocked me out of stealth. I'll just come back and solo him in a second. He moved down to Italy. He got a boat over to England. And in England, they said, you can live here as long as you work with the war effort. Because World War II was in full swing then. So he did that. He worked in the hospital and he met my Irish grandmother there. And the rest is history. I've never actually been back to Serbia. I have 2 sisters and my mother went back and they met our distant relatives. One of my cousins, he's a mechanic. His dad was like the best mechanic in his town. He got a job. He works for Tesla now as a Tesla mechanic and he lives in Sweden, I believe. Slobodan. His name is actually Slobodan Milosevic. Like, he got banned off Facebook because he used his real name. And he was like, my name's actually Slobodan Milosevic. And then for the memes, this was like pre-woke era. For the memes, he put a picture of Hitler up on his Facebook profile just for the memes. And with the name Slobodan Milosevic, instantly banned off Facebook, never got his account back. But worth it, totally worth it. Made me fucking laugh anyway, I'd tell you that much. Ah, it was good. Let's kill this guy. We've been in here way too long for one chest, but the way that I'm doing it, when I fuck up like this and take way too long because I'm chatting the chat or not focused, I just do my 5 lockouts and look how much gold I get, because I know that it can be done and I can do it in an hour. So I just take that gold and it's like, all right, that's it. Don't even think about it, bro. Don't even mother. I had my blade flurry up as well. Bear with me. These are new, never before seen strats. Combat chesting the first chest has never been done before, so you'll have to bear with me as I chat. I mean, now it's also not better for the future and the kids. The government is corrupted and we're good people, but sadly we're easily manipulated by politics. Yeah. My late grandfather's name was Slobodan. Well, there you go. There you go. We could be brothers. You know, we could be cousins. You never know. You never know. Are you also bald and ridiculously bad at Rogue? Because if you are, it could be in the blood, brother. It could be in the blood. Why didn't I just use my Blade Flurry? All I had to do was use my Blade Flurry, but no. No. I thought I was better. I thought I could do this. I thought it's just one engineer. It's not going to be a problem. I thought I could chat shit and play the game and do things that I've never done before while focusing on doing other things. That's the content that we're striving for here. All over the place, cat in a bag, bucket full of spiders, madness, just death and madness. That's what we do here on the Rose Diary. We waste time and die. I'm getting there too. My bald hair is still hanging there, but don't want to fall off. But I never play Rogue. I'm a warrior main. I tell you one thing, hey. I tell you one thing. This account, my account, was formed in 2006. So I've had this account almost every year the game has been out. Haven't played it every year, but I've had it almost every year. I played through WoW Classic, TBC, and Wrath, and then dropped off. Came back for private service, came back for Classic when they re-released. Last cycle round, did TBC, did Wrath, a little bit of Wrath, and then dropped off, and here I am again. And I've always mained Rogue. I've also played some Mage, a fair bit of Mage, and Rep Halley. And Warrior is something that I just never really played that much, but I gotta say, from playing it this time around, the next time Classic launches a fresh server, I'm going Warrior. I just want to feel the power. Like I just want to know how powerful you really are and how powerful you really feel as a warrior. I just have to know. You know, I love melee classes. I love the cut and thrust. You know, anyone can stand in the background and press Frostbolt, you know. But melee, especially in TBC, is much, much more challenging, but also rewarding to play. I love, like I've got to be doing something, you know, and melee just ticks that box for me. And I imagine that Warrior is going to be the same in terms of the level of like having to be on point. And so I am looking forward to topping the meters as a warrior the next time Classic comes around. I think we missed the loot from those last two guys as well, which is annoying. Scroll of stamina, okay. Now we're still in combat, so we need to get back into our proper spec as soon as possible, because we're going to walk too close to one of these Naga, just like that. And we're going to get knocked out of stealth, and it's going to be a very, very, very bad day. There we go. Serbia and Russian brothers forever. Nice, nice, nice. There's a fair few, not a fair few, but there's a couple of young Russians here at the Kung Fu Academy. And I get on. One, Elena, she just left, but she was fun. She was a good laugh. Are you selling gold to others or keeping it for your own needs? What do you typically buy with it? So with gold, I spent the first 60,000 gold that I made, which I made in the first 2 months of the game, just spamming this place. I bought everything I ever wanted, really. I leveled up 3 or 4 professions, like mining, engineering, and then I had to relearn one, so I think 3. I bought 4 gigantic bags. I bought 2 blink strikes. I bought all of the pre-raid gear that I could get my hands on. I bought any piece of gear that came out that you could buy that was BIS, like Belt of Deep Shadow. I had everything I wanted as soon as it went live. I popped 30, minimum of 30 haste pots every raid night. All the raid consumes, I'm completely maxed out on. I bought the engineering flying mount, obviously outland flying mount. I spent 10,000 gold boosting a second rogue up to 70. I paid mages 10,000 gold to boost a second rogue, which currently is just sitting outside Steamvault, and I haven't really used them. I was going to make him my Steamvault farmer, and eventually, when dual crafting becomes BIS, I'm going to swap over to, well, it never becomes BIS. The truth is, engineering and enchanting is BIS for TBC, for rogues, all the way through. But I will eventually go over to dual crafting. And I have 853 haste potions in my bank. So I'm saving these up for when the price goes up to 20 or 25 gold, and then that's like 20k. But I haven't been playing for 2 months, so if I hadn't been playing for the last 2 months, I'd be absolutely minted rich. Okay, so this one is a really nice little chest, probably my favorite chest, because what you do is you click on it like this, you aggro him, you vanish, and then you click on it again while he's moving back, and then you can open it without pulling, which really is satisfying to do, I have to say. All right, so that's 2 chests. Addy fell. We get the motes of water. We get the 2 veins, and then we get out of here and reset. Half an hour, and we've done 1.5. That's very bad. That's all right. We don't mind sucking. We don't mind dying. We don't mind making mistakes. That's what you have to do. That's what you have to do to get the breakthroughs, to try new things. You need to find a guild with a sweaty tank, or playing warrior is very frustrating because you're only as good as your tank can provide threat. Yeah, true. I was about to say I understand that somewhat playing a rogue, and I do understand it somewhat playing a rogue, but rogues have vanish and warriors don't. So we can just full pump. But yeah, that makes total sense in Flames. I mean, if there's one fight in Classic where I think that the truth of that is most apparent, it's Vale in Blackwing Lair, second boss. I mean, if you don't have a tank that can pull threat, or you don't have warriors who can understand when Zug isn't always the best way to do things, you just wipe, you insta wipe. Okay, we're good. Let's get out of here. How many have I got? 8? All right, let's use one of those. Skedaddle. For me, the most powerful you felt was in Wrath high end game when Icecrown Citadel released Shadowmourne. Yeah, legendary. And it was just a game changer. Yeah. So I'm hoping to feel that power in the next phase. We have a hard res on the first set of Warglaves from my guild lead, incredible player, one of the most knowledgeable players of the game, and also probably the best raid lead that the best raid lead that I've ever been in a guild with anyway, for sure. Like cool, calm and consistent, very well organized, knows exactly what to call out, like just has a very wide and broad scope of what's going on with everyone. And Nara as well, his girlfriend, who's guild lead. The two of them run the operation together. It's just like, it's so smooth. There's no drama. They're competent. And it's an absolute joy. So anyway, his main, his most beloved class is Warrior. And he's hard res the first Warglaives. So we'll see what happens after that. You know, if we get lucky, we might end up with a glaive. If we get insanely lucky, we might end up with both glaives. And I've never had Warglaives as a rogue. And I've mained rogue since 2006. So if I get them, the power I think I will feel will be something like Shadowmourne for a warrior. You know. All right, let's go. How much gold per hour in Steamvaults? Well, you can see it on screen there, buddy. We've done 4 Steamvaults today, and four lockouts, which is 20 Steamvaults over the past few days, and our gold per hour average is 381. Now, I've done about 1,000 more Steamvaults than that, but I wasn't averaging them up. We've just started doing that now. Those are different phases, so the value of items is different in each phase. So even if I had them all averaged out, it probably wouldn't be a true reflection of what it's worth now, because phase by phase economies shift and the gold per hour is different, right? But I've just started this series. This is MT versus SV comparison. I'm going to stream Monday to Friday, at least 5 days a week. And we're doing at least 1 lockout of each every day. And we add the totals together, we stick it in, we add it to the average total, and we're just going to keep updating that number. So the little number you see in brackets there is the number of lockouts. So whatever the number is, multiply by 5, and that's how many runs that we've run to get this number. I hope you get the second. I had the offhand in 2008 and 2021. You will get it, broski. Stream those raids so we can enjoy it together. I am going to be streaming raids. And in fact, let's have a look, seeing where we're raiding, what day we're raiding on this week. Pulling up Discord now. We signed, it's a Monday. It's 9 p.m. here, so it's still afternoon there, so we might not have the raid comps out, but our leadership puts the raids together and then posts them on, usually on a Monday afternoon to Monday evening. We've got a chest here. It is locked. We're going to go for it straight away, I think. Let's switch out of the combat gear. We need to wait for this guy to be down here, which we will. I can feel a cold sore coming on. Autoimmune system is in the tank. Not being able to sleep in this heat. Yeah. Got a tooth out yesterday, so the body is fighting hard. It's running on fumes and it's climbing uphill at the moment. And whenever I feel like that, a cold sore usually breaks out. All right, let's keep them there for now, and let's do this. I think we'll be able to get by without pulling those. Maybe not though. No, we got them. Did he just come out? No, it's all right. Everything is up. Yes. That's it. Nice clean run through. No chance of getting dazed, which is good. We got a failure. We might have enough time to get a second one. I don't think we will. I don't think we will. Ah, that's so annoying. We were so close. But whatever. We'll get on the way back out. We'll get on the way back out. And throw a little celebration party. Oh, you better believe it. You better believe it, baby. If we get those warglaves, we're going wild. We're going wild. The good thing about this farm is there's no competition. You're alone. Yeah. Yeah. That's what... that's probably the primary driving factor for why I do stealth farms rather than open world farms. But I think the main thing, and this is what I've always loved, you go into a place that you normally have to have 5 high-level, well-geared players who know what they're doing in order to get through and get loot and survive. Like, highly dangerous environment in the game. And as rogues, we just get to go in there and just sneak through and grab loot. It's... the novelty of that will never get old for me. It will never get old. There's just something about being in these places and being able to just treat it like your own home, mooch around and just, you know, snatch up some swag and make a load of money and know that no other class in the game can do that. I mean, druids can a little bit, but they don't have Vanish like this. It's not the same thing. The shenanigans we can get up to. So yeah, I love it. I love it. Farmet Tiri Ini Na. Farmer Tiri Ini Ma. I have no idea what that means, but I like it. I like it a lot. I'm just gonna roll with it. It's soul crushing to have the one glaive and never see the other. It could be, I suppose. There we go, we got this one again. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. So we were going to do the click vanish, but we're actually 8 minutes. Let's go and get the mines and the moats, and we'll come back and we'll get this one. Actually, because we have to get the first chest again, we're not going to use our vanish on that chest. We're just going to combat it. We're just going to kill those 2 guys on the way back, and we'll save our vanish for the chest at the front. Twice. Forgot to add twice. Yeah. The click vanish trick here is brilliant. Thanks for teaching me that. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Somebody else taught me Sexy Beast. Sexy Fiend. It's either Sexy Beast or Sexy Fiend in the Rogues Diary Discord. When I put out the first video, he either he put it in the comments or he put it in chat, and he said, hey, you can actually open this, and when he aggroes you, just vanish, and when he's running back in evade state, you can... No, it wasn't Sexy Beast. Okay. Sexy Beast, I was killing them. And Sexy Fiend, he was the one who taught me to pull the guy near the chest over the road and around the corner bit, blind him, and then run back and open the chest. And then I push that logically to, if the chest is open, you don't have to go all the way back there, and you only need a second. So what we can do is actually just pull him around the corner, not where the chest is, on the opposite side, gouge him, run around, click the chest, vanish, run around and click the chest. And then somebody when I was doing that on stream, someone says, there's an even cleaner way to do it. If you just click on it when he comes around, then vanish, and then click on it when he's in evade state. And that's how we got to the click vanish. So it was actually teamwork of a load of different creative rogues who had their own approach, and then just getting to this, now we're at this stage and it's like, oh, we can do it a bit faster, a bit cleaner, and then understanding like logically what's happening and how we're doing it, and eventually getting to that, which is such a nice technique. It's so satisfying to do. It's so roguey. I love it. I love it. I know the mechanics just didn't consider combining them. That's it. There's so many things like that hiding in plain sight, you know, where, and how you know that is as soon as somebody shows you how to do it, you're like, of course, you know, 20-year-old game, but of course that would work. You know, can you imagine the amount of things in the game that are possible, that we know are possible, we just haven't connected the dots yet? Or, you know, that's the other thing I love about this game. It's so deep and the systems are so complex that there's still so many things that can be discovered, invented, created, developed, pushed further. Yeah. Love it. Love it. All right, let's kill these guys. Not a great burst. 1.2 is not good. So we will blind him. And he's very low health, so it's going to take him a good while to get to us. So we've got plenty of time to bandage. I say plenty of time, not that much. Can we plink him to death? I don't think so, but we're faster than them now, so it's not this. One thing that I really don't like about this gun, and it's just because I'm not used to it, but it's the slowest gun I've ever used. It's 2.9 speed. That is retardedly slow. I'm so used to using Spine Sever, which is 2.2. That's 0.7 seconds. 0.7 seconds is a lot. 0.7 seconds is 700 ms. It's a lot. So you create distance and then you go to shoot guys, knowing that you can shoot them and then create more distance, shoot them again. But this gun is just like molasses slow. And then, so I'm not used to it. We'll get there. Here's to another 20 years. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, WoW Classic is never going to die. Classic Plus is coming out, but mark my words, WoW Classic is never going to die. And the reason why we know this is true is because it already died when they iterated on the game and turned it into retail. And so many people wanted to go back to Classic, the private servers popped up. And if Blizzard ever stops supporting the game, guess what's going to happen? Private servers are going to pop up. WoW Classic is never going to die. Never going to die. Once I realized that, that was one of the factors in me deciding to go all in on creating content for it. It's like it's a masterpiece. You know, it's like Tetris. It's like, you know, original Pokemon. It's like Heroes of Might and Magic 3. It's like Civilization 5. It's just one of those games that is just so good. It's timeless. What do you think the drop percent chance on gems is from chests? So if you watched my first video in here, it was I think it was 16% chance to get a gem drop chance. That was 100 runs I did in here, and that was 200 chests that I opened. And in 200 chests, I think it was 33 rare gems I got. So you half that, obviously, to get 16.5. I think it was something like that, but I could be wrong. It might even be more. Um, However, the question is, did I just get insanely lucky RNG in those 100 runs? Did I just have a good cluster? Like, did I just have a good month? Or do Blizzard artificially, well, not artificially, do they technically increase the drop rate for everything, gems, epics, to stimulate the economy at the start of a launch in order to kickstart the engine, so to speak, and then drop down the values after a few months once the economy stabilized, which is a very reasonable thing to do, and also to assume that they would do, you know. And then a third factor would be, do they increase and decrease the drop rate for things as they see fit? And while they see, you know, streamers or gamers or videos coming out showing people how to stealth farm, and they see there's a lot more bots, are they increasing or decreasing the drop rates, you know, on the fly? So these are just unknowns. So I'm not sure, but from my first video, the drop rate was something like 16%, I think. So pretty good. But here's the crazy thing, right? I thought that this was worth 450 to 500 gold per hour at launch, but that's when gems, even Star of Valune, were worth 30 gold or whatever, you know. And now they're worth nothing, just over vendor price. So I thought, okay, when the price of gems starts to drop down, the price of this farm is going to drop down. This farm kind of stabilized in month 2 at about 350 to 400 gold per hour. But as the price of gems has dropped, the price of scrolls and enchanting materials has increased. So somehow it's managed to balance out and remain pretty stable at like 300 to 350, I want to say, gold per hour. Probably like 300. Ah, bollocks. Oh, shit. A trap behind the gem. It did fail. Let's go kill that last guy, get that second gem, second chest, come back out and get this one. Failures on chests is the really tilting thing about this farm, though. It sucks. It sucks. Got the gun yesterday after 12 weeks. I mean, for PvE, it's absolutely insane. It's got that 19 hit and 20 agility. I mean, if there was ever 2 stats that you want to see on an item, I mean, expertise, fair enough, isn't there, but hit and agility, so good. And with this set, we actually lack a lot of hit compared to the tier 4 set. So pretty sure we can actually, I think we can open this. Let's just heal up a bit here before I try this. I can't remember. It's been a while. Hey man, how's it going? Did you buy the AC? Is the temperature better? I just bought the AC tonight. Should arrive in a couple of days. The temperature, let's check it. It's not better. It's going to be brutal all week. It's current. Oh, okay, so it's dropped down a couple of degrees. It's 10 past 9 p.m. It's 10 past 9 at night. And it's Yeah, 27 degrees Celsius. That's outside. So in my room, it's about 30. But I have a fan right here just blowing into the back of my head. So that makes things a little bit easier. Let's see if we can open this chest. It doesn't matter. We can sap him anyway. I mean, we can kill him, but... Scroll of Agi 5. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Wait. We already got the... Yeah, we already got the stuff. Man, we've been in here for way too long. What are we? This is our third run and we're at 46 minutes. This is retarded. We do have a frog step macro for those kinds of shenanigans. Yeah, it's like 40 outside now at my place. Living without AC is not possible. Yeah, it's tough. Everybody's exhausted in the place. Everybody. Okay, 1 minute. We're just gonna wait. We're just gonna wait the minute and get it. I hate leaving a dungeon. I hate leaving a chest behind in a dungeon. It really... What the what? I don't know what that was, but something big with wings that were moving very fast, like kind of fast. Just flew and hit the flight screen on my window. And then like bounced off into the night. You want to see the cicadas here, man. They're like that size. One of them landed on my shoulder the other day. It's huge. They don't sting and they don't bite, so they're not dangerous or anything, but like they look like something out of Jurassic Park. It's... Oh. Dodge the airstrike. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It was coming for the light, so it would have won. Probably would have flown in front of the camera if it had made it in. We could just do the long pull on this one, though. Let's just do that. Let's just do the long pull on it. Because then we're guaranteed the open, right? I'm sick of this. I'm getting tilted now. I kind of forgot about the long pull shenanigans. We just turn around now and we backpedal because we have 110, and then we just shadow step to the wrong. Oh, we got the surgers. That wouldn't have worked. Christ, this is annoying. This is an annoying chest. But we do have the gnomish cloaking device up in 2 minutes, so... And we didn't use our boots or our belt, so let's just do it the old-fashioned way. And again, it's not going to affect our gold per hour calculations because we do 5 lockouts regardless of how long it takes. And then we take the gold total from those 5 because you can do it in 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how many chromosomes you have. So we're all good. We're all good. We're all good. Probably a beetle. They made those crazy sounds. It's a cicada, right? Just that all night long. They're pretty quiet now, actually. But at about 4 a.m. they start. They really start ramping up. Just before the sun comes up, they start going mental. I'm 30 minutes into my SV runs. 416 gold, ruby, topaz, night's eye. Brother, at least one of us is having a good run of it. I am doing brutal over here. Huh, she resisted. Oh! No, we're not leaving without it. 50 seconds to prep. We're just going to prep and we're going to do long pull. And we're not going to shadow step behind the wrong mob. That's what happened last time. We hit our evasion, we turned around and we started backpedaling up the tunnel to get into range of the mob so that we could shadow step behind her while we were facing these so we didn't get hit. But we had targeted the wrong mob and we shadow stepped back into the mob we were facing behind, and we pulled the surgers anyway. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to chill here. And I'm going to have a much needed cigarette. And then I'll come back and we'll get that chest. And then we'll clear the next 2 lockouts, add it to the gold per hour average. And then we'll head over to Mana Tombs. Focus. Focus. We're so rusted. We're so rusted. It's been too long, boys. It's going to take me at least a week to get back into shape for this place. We pulled these guys. I mean, what a rookie mistake. They were too close last time. I mean, come on. Oh, we got dazed. That sucks. Oh my god. We did the same thing again. We shadow stepped. We fat fingered shadow step. And we can't leave the chest there, because if we leave the chest there, we don't get an accurate gold per hour average. And that gold per hour average has to be accurate. So we can't leave it. Like, that never happens in mana tombs, obviously, because it's just such a cakewalk. You always get both gems. Or both chests. So we have to get it. Like, we just have to get it. You know what's going to be inside now? A scroll of stamina. You know what, though? I will say this. So this last week of training, when I was running and my lungs were burning and giving out because I'm smoking, I ordered a month's worth of nicotine patches as well. So as soon as they arrive, I'm quitting. I'm stopping smoking. So that's going to be easier. But when my lungs were burning and I was like, oh, bro, this is brutal. And I'm sweating. It's 35 degrees. You know what I thought about? You know the thing that like gets me through, the life lesson that I learned that got me through? It's mage AoE farming. I shit you not. Learning mage AoE farming when you don't know how to do it and you don't know your ranges and you don't know, and you think it's impossible, and you watch the people doing it in the video and they make it look so easy, and you try and you keep dying, and then you get better at it, and you get better at it, and you just keep doing. And the lesson from that is every time you die, every time you fail, you're a little bit closer to perfecting it. And I swear to God, like a lot of people learn that in life in different ways from different things. And I learned it from mage AoE farming in WoW Classic. And so that's a truism about development and learning and failure. That's fundamental to all things. So fast forward 15 years, maybe a little bit less than that. And here I am in a Kung Fu academy in China, and I'm dying doing the training. And the thing that's getting me through is knowing that I can do it because I learned how to mage AoE farm. I swear to God. Swear to God. I should have leveled another rogue. I kind of missed the farm. Should have never dropped mining. It is fun. It must be a double living ruby. Mate, I still haven't gotten the Holy Grail. I still haven't gotten it yet. A fair few people on the Roguestire Discord have posted it in now, and I haven't gotten one. People who don't smoke aren't doing real training, to be honest. Attack your heart before it attacks you. Yeah. I remember one fun fact. There is a tennis player called David Federer. He used to be a pretty good Spanish player. He used to smoke 2 packs a day and train, and he was one of the fastest players on the tour of all tennis players, and he had the strongest resilience. So yeah, everything is possible. Yeah, there you go. 100% truth. I'm also on a run training now. Don't look forward to my sprints today, but they got to get done. Yes, brother. Yes, yes, yes. We're actually perfect. We can go now. I managed to learn Mara Farm 370 plus mobs so I can do anything else. That's one I never learned. Fair play to you, brother. That's one I never learned. I kind of got it. But hey, next time Classic rolls around, main spec warrior, and maybe learn Mage Mara 370. Okay, we got a scroll of Agi 5. We're happy with that. That's okay. What a mission. What a mission. A humbling experience, lads. Humbling experience. Nice to see you in the chat again, by the way. Lonner TS. I can't get back in Blizzard fix. Yeah. It's brutal, isn't it? The loading screen time is unbelievable. I used to train a lot back in my basketball days, but since a lot of injuries, I'm now just doing light training. I'm 198 centimeters tall. In Vietnam, they say, hi, mate. Hi, mate. A friend of mine is almost 2 meters. Ali Quantrill. And when we were walking around in Hanoi together, the Vietnamese the older ladies would look at him and go, hi, mate. Hi, mate. Hi means 2 and met means meters. They just like 2 meters, 2 meters. So my back is really fucked up because of all the injuries. Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say so. There are benefits to being an average heighted dude. .5'9" and definitely not in my prime, but still loving life, boys. Still loving life. Wow, we've done 3 runs and we're at an hour. Brutal. It's probably my worst. That's my worst worst record since I started learning and developing this farm, I'd say. Insane. But my shoe size is hard to find.